Offshore leaks have revealed time and time again that politically exposed persons use secrecy jurisdictions to hide their wealth, launder their wealth, and reinvest that wealth back into the global economy. A large part of the international financial system and many of the major financial secrecy jurisdictions are controlled and regulated by Western interests. Imran Khan frequently spoke out against money laundering and offshore financial centers. His government challenged Western institutions and governments to return and reveal dirty money and undeclared assets of Pakistani origin, pursued an independent foreign policy, and angered the US by refusing to host CIA sites on Pakistani soil. On the 7th of March 2022, the Pakistani ambassador to the US reported in a classified communique that Donald Lu, a senior State Department official, had informed him that Pakistan-US relations could improve only if Imran Khan was removed from power.
Khan actually accused the US of being behind a conspiracy to get him ousted from power.
The Prime Minister of Pakistan accused the US of working with the opposition to remove him from power.
There is absolutely no truth to that allegation.
We are not going to let propaganda, misinformation, and disinformation, lies, get in the way of any bilateral relationship we have, including with the bilateral relationship we have with Pakistan.
Prime Minister Imran Khan has been ousted from power. Lawmakers elected the opposition leader Shehbaz Sharif as the country's new prime minister.
A new dawn has started. A new day is coming. Allah has answered the prayers of millions.
When Shehbaz Sharif, the brother of Nawaz Sharif, was appointed prime minister on Monday the 11th of April, the Guardian newspaper wrote, "He is known as a diligent administrator with such a great love of poetry that he often opens official meetings with recitals of famous revolutionary Urdu poets. His first words to Parliament were, 'One must set himself free from all bounds of desires.'" Imran Khan claimed he had been removed by a foreign-backed conspiracy.
The US Embassy was calling members of my party backbenchers who were not happy, and they were the first ones who then jumped ship. And they were the ones who then offered $1 million each to buy my other members of parliament who actually jumped ship later on. And then Donald Lu's conversation with our ambassador, the next day the no confidence motion is tabled in the assembly. What do you think?
You have made some significant allegations there. When
it's not
will
allegations.
You show
we
me
have
hard
this
evidence?
Why would I want to blame the US if I did not have hard evidence? This was an official message with note takers given to our ambassador, message received by me, by our president, given to the Chief Justice of Pakistan. This is real. Not only was a democratically elected government removed through the conspiracy, we have been replaced by a bunch of criminals. 60% of the cabinet, which is sitting right now, is on bail. The Prime Minister was about to be sentenced in a corruption cases of billions of rupees, and his son.
The Shareef doctrine is that you buy different people in all the important positions of power, whether it's in the media, you have your sympathetic journalists who continue to argue for you that the country can only be saved by the wisdom of the Shareef family. The generals, when they retired, they are also accommodated. The judges, once they are retired, they are also accommodated. The journalists, they are also given government position, and they willingly take it. So it's the entire Shareef doctrine which gives them this sense that they can even get away with murder in Pakistan. Nawaz Sharif has learned that even though if you are out of power, if you manage to gain time, and if you manage to delay the cases in the courts of law, and once you come back into power, you can manage to get a clean sheet. So I think this time also the same strategy is being followed by the Shareef family. I think those in power, they think that they can get away with the crimes they have done. And Shareef family has been benefiting from them because of their international friends who have been coming to their rescue to strike the dirty deals.
Someone once said that to accumulate wealth beyond one's wildest dreams, one must be close to the individuals who make the rules and who enforce those rules. When Shehbaz Sharif's coalition government was appointed, one of its first actions was to pass an amendment to restrict the power of the National Accountability Bureau, which had been in charge of investigating white-collar crime by public office holders. The amendment, which was passed in June 2022, was to take effect retrospectively. The amendment stipulated that the courts had to decide on the outcome of a case within 1 year, and stated that if sufficient evidence was not provided at the time of the arrest, the arresting officer could face 5 years in jail for the filing of a false reference. Dr. Mohammad Rizwan, the 47-year-old chief investigator who presided over the investigation against Shehbaz Sharif and his family in the Ramzan sugar mills case, died of a heart attack on the 9th of May 2022. Another investigator on the same case suffered a heart attack and remains in critical condition. Malik Massoud, through whose accounts prosecutors alleged 3.7 billion Pakistani rupees were laundered to various Sharif family members, had been cooperating with investigators when he too suffered a heart attack and died on the 7th of June 2022. The 49-year-old had been a tea boy at the Ramzan sugar mills, where he drew a salary of approximately $300 per annum for his work at the Sharif family-owned enterprise. According to the Wealth Report, London is the wealth capital of the world, beating New York to the top spot. London is the favoured playground of the world's politically exposed oligarchs and their family members. The Sharif family of Pakistan, the Aliyevs of Azerbaijan, the Kenyatas of Kenya, and many other current and former politically connected families who acquired vast fortunes beyond their known sources of income, own billions of pounds of prime London property. London boasts the greatest diversity of international property investors, with people from 45 countries owning properties in London. British-dependent jurisdictions continue to offer financial secrecy and tax evasion services. 84,000 properties in the UK are owned anonymously. The UK government has made repeated promises to crack down on dirty money, but on each occasion, the government has failed to implement the promised legislation or watered down the legislation so as to make it ineffective. Britain remains the capital of libel tourism, where the wealthy come to attempt to silence their critics. London continues to be a safe haven for the global elite that have fallen out of favour in their home countries. Pakistan under Imran Khan attempted for years to engage with Britain to repatriate laundered money. Many other developing countries have done the same, without success. We approached numerous UK government bodies and ministers for this documentary. Not one agreed to speak to us. The FATF, the Intergovernmental Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Watchdog, headquartered in Paris, indicated in its first review after the ousting of Imran Khan that Pakistan had met all of the compliance recommendations to be removed from the FATF grey list.